Have you ever wondered what would happen if the Earth wasn't a sphere, but a giant flat disk? Let's dive into this wild thought experiment. Forget everything you know, because if our world were flat, life would be completely bizarre and honestly, probably impossible. First up, gravity would be a huge problem, but on our spherical Earth, gravity pulls us toward the center of mass, which is why down feels the same no matter where you are. But on a flat disk, things get weird. At the very center of the disk, gravity would feel normal, pulling you straight down. But the further you move from the center, the stranger it gets. Gravity would start pulling you sideways, back toward the middle. Imagine trying to walk near the edge. You'd feel like you were on a ridiculously steep hill, constantly being pulled toward the center. It would be less like walking and more like extreme mountain climbing just to stay put. Because of this weird gravity, all the water on Earth would be pulled into the middle. Forget oceans and continents as we know them. Instead, there would be one gigantic ocean right in the center of the disk, getting deeper and deeper toward the middle. The further out you went, the drier the land would be, eventually becoming a vast arid wasteland at the edges. So, if you wanted a beach house, you'd have to live on the slope of a giant bowl of water. But what about the sky? Holding onto our atmosphere would be a massive challenge. The weak and sideways gravity at the edges would mean our precious air would just leak out into space. The atmosphere would be thickest at the center, right over the big ocean, and get progressively thinner as you moved outward. The edge of the world would be a desolate, airless vacuum, and our sun and moon, their paths would be a complete mystery. How would they light up a flat surface? If they hovered above the disk like a cosmic ceiling fan, the sun would never truly set. It would just appear to get smaller as it moved away and shrank into a tiny bright dot in the distance. True night across the whole disk at once would be impossible. There would be no beautiful sunsets or sunrises, just a sun that gets bigger and smaller. This would also completely mess up our weather. The Coriolis effect, which is caused by the Earth's rotation and creates our hurricane and wind patterns, wouldn't exist on a flat, stationary disk, where the systems would be totally alien, maybe hot at the center under the sun and freezing at the edges. Who knows? It would be chaos. Finally, a disc-shaped Earth probably couldn't even exist. The immense gravitational pressure of a planet-sized object naturally crushes it into a sphere. A massive, flat disk would likely collapse under its own gravity, either folding in on itself or breaking apart. So, a flat Earth isn't just a different shape. It's a world that defies the very laws of physics that keep our own planet together. It's a fun idea to think about, but I'm pretty grateful for our big, round, stable home. What a wild place a flat Earth would be. Thanks for watching, and if you have any other crazy what-if questions, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-bending science. See you next time.